This segment covers the rule of law and the principles that constitute it. Among these principles are equality before the law, the principles of natural justice, general and abstract rules, and independent judiciary. What is the rule of law? The rule of law means that there is some higher law to which laws should follow. Do you believe our American government practices definition of the rule of law? In the passage of Charles Louis Montesquieu, he references that an unjust law is no law, and that every action of government has to be justified by identifying the law which legitimates the government action.
So who makes the laws we follow? Do they follow them? If the branches of government are made up of men and men make laws, shouldn't the government follow these laws? Unfortunately, this is not the case. Although the government should follow the same laws in which it creates, many government's actions are immune from prosecution that would otherwise be illegal if carried out by an individual. Thus, by government not following the laws they make, the law becomes illegitimate and therefore not a law.
Now let's talk about the four main principles of the rule of law. First, equality before the law. To have effective law, it must apply equally to all regardless of status, political position, or power. Upholding the law to obtain true justice is not concerned with who committed the crime, but rather with what crime was actually committed. No one should be exempt from the crime they committed.
Now let's talk about general and abstract laws. Some advice given to us by Hayek regarding laws is that they are not to be written too complex and should never address a particular group, but instead all people. Laws must meet three standards: impartiality, consistency between similar cases, and moral neutrality. Now let's focus on a quote from Hayek. If all that is prohibited and enjoined is prohibited and enjoined for all without exception, and if even authority has no special powers except that of enforcing the law, little that anybody may reasonably wish to do is likely to be prohibited. What Hayek is trying to say in this statement is that in a planned society with no abstractions of laws, one's ambitions are unattainable due to the restrictions that government imposes on them. In contrast, a free society only requires law as a means to protect individual freedom and enforce contracts. Because of this, free markets need a framework of law to avoid powerful groups that exploit others.